Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Godzilla fan, JurassicZilla here, back at it again with another video. In this video, I'll be doing a quick little review of Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. Yes, it's called Godzilla Kong, not Godzilla X Kong, the X is silent. But anyways, I have my Godzilla Evolved shirt on for this video, and I just want to make this quick. I didn't set up my camera, I'm just holding my phone right now. So I want to make this video quick, and don't worry, this is going to be spoiler free. I'm not going to have any spoilers. I may make another video talking about spoilers, but for now, I know the movie is also coming out today and a lot of people are seeing it today, so I'm not going to spoil. Alright, where do I begin? Alright, so first of all, if there's one word that I can use to describe this movie, it would be fun. This movie is so fun. Has plenty of action. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that from other reviews, but yes, it is so action-packed, and it's the best action we've gotten in the MonsterVerse. I think that the overall story is more focused on the monsters. I hope a lot of you understand that we are following Kong. Kong is the main character, not the humans. It is Kong. So we're going to be following Kong a lot in his story, and then Godzilla is just going to kind of become part of it later on, in a way. And I'm just gonna say this now, I want everyone to know this who haven't seen the movie, that you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. Adam specifically made this movie to be action-packed. Less humans, more monsters. And it's supposed to be inspired by the Showa era, basically where Godzilla was doing drop kicks and literally flying with his atomic breath. So there's going to be a lot of crazy scenes in this movie, but I think a lot of you are going to enjoy it, because I honestly think a lot of the crazy scenes we see actually work, and they're not too goofy. They're like just the right amount of goofy. So just know going into this movie, it's gonna be pretty crazy. Since you're having more action and more monsters, you're gonna have less humans. So a lot of the human scenes aren't gonna be well developed in a way, and we're not gonna get a lot of backstory of them because we're focusing on the monsters. But I still really enjoyed the human stuff here. Sure, we're not really following the monsters as much as we did in Godzilla vs. Kong. The humans are kind of going on their own little adventure. But the little adventure that they went on, I actually found very interesting, simply because lore reasons. They dived into a lot of lore when the human characters were on screen here. And it was just awesome seeing this new civilization that we saw in the trailer. There's this Hollow Earth human civilization. It was really cool seeing them. One thing I will say though, I wish it was longer. I wish it was expanded on more, because near the end of the movie, it kind of just slowly goes away in a way, and I kind of wanted to see more of it. Godzilla was super fearsome in this movie. This is like one of the best and probably strongest Godzillas we have seen. His evolved form is definitely way stronger than his, I guess, normal form here. And I'm actually coming to really love the design. Trust me, when you see his design in the movie, like all throughout the movie, you're gonna probably like it even more if you don't really like it as much now. I know people don't really like the skinniness they gave Godzilla, but honestly, watching the movie, I didn't really even notice it. It kind of just looked normal here. And Godzilla's face is definitely my favorite part of his design. His face with all the spikes, it's so good. The villain of the movie, Scar King, and the second villain, Shimo, were pretty good. They weren't necessarily the strongest or the best. For example, Scar King is actually shorter than Kong here in this movie, and he's good at fighting. That's kind of the best way to describe him. He's really good at fighting, but he's not necessarily physically strong. And then Shimo in this movie was also pretty good and definitely very strong. I kind of wish we saw a little bit more of Shimo though. The story overall is pretty simple. Basically, Kong has to free all these other apes from Scar King's rule so he can be the ruler of the Hollow Earth. In terms of Godzilla's story, this dude's just kind of doing whatever he feels like doing in a way. I won't get into too much spoilers with that, but Godzilla's just kind of out there doing stuff. And then, you know, obviously he works with Kong by the end. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to keep it short and probably stop here. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, I just want all of you to know that this is supposed to be epic and fun. We're not going to get like a Godzilla -1 level of human story and emotion, you know. We're just here for the action for this movie. And that's what this movie is trying to be, and that's exactly what it delivers on. So just know that when watching this movie, I really enjoyed it. And it's one of those things where, like, personally for me, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it. But I can completely understand how some people would give it like a 7 or a 6 simply because the story can be a little bit wonky at times. There's some certain scenes that just maybe could have been expanded on more. And my only problems with this movie is that it just could have been longer. It's only like, I'm pretty sure it's the shortest movie in the Monsterverse. If it was just like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something like that instead of like, an hour and 40 something minutes or something like that, yeah, this movie could have been a lot better. But either way, I still give it a 10 out of 10 just because I enjoyed it. Now, I'm not saying the movie is a 10 out of 10 movie. I just enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Personally, I think this movie is like maybe a 7 out of 10. I'd say it's on the same level with Godzilla vs. Kong. So if you really like Godzilla vs. Kong, you'll definitely probably like this movie as well. And if you didn't like Godzilla vs. Kong, you probably like this movie better. But that's going to be it for today's quick little review. I'll be doing a spoiler review sometime soon, probably. But as always, have a great Godzilla day. Fearsome Godzilla has evolved.